Hello and welcome to Yoga Baby. Today we will be completing a 15-minute fun freestyle flow that will challenge your balance while increasing stability and allowing you to push just outside your comfort zone. My daughter Poppy will be joining me. She's 3 months old, but this practice will be appropriate as long as your baby is safe and comfortable being carried on your front for approximately 10 minutes. You don't need anything except a yoga mat and possibly a rolled up blanket or yoga block for some seated postures. Let's get started. Coming into mountain pose. Feet are inner hips width distance apart, about 6 to 8 inches. Shoulders stacking over hips, over knees, over ankles. Lengthening your tailbone gently down towards the floor. As you soften the front ribs in, relax your shoulders down away from your ears, and lift your chin slightly away from your chest. Letting your eyes close if you haven't already. Arms can be by your side facing forward, or you can have your hands gently placed on baby. Taking a moment to connect with your breath, inhaling and exhaling out, in through the nose and out through the nose. Easy breaths. Maybe taking a moment to notice your baby's breath as well. Rolling the shoulders a couple times backwards, and then switching directions, rolling the shoulders forwards. Taking a moment to reset in your mountain pose. On your inhale, sit your hips back, reach your arms up to come into chair pose. Feet are still hips width distance apart. Weights in your heels, chest is lifted. You can take your hands to support your baby. You can have one arm or both arms lifted. Totally up to you. Finding a nice long line in the spine from the crown of the head out through the tail. Shifting your weight into your left foot. Start to come onto the toe of your right foot. Hug your outer left hip in and then slowly step your right foot back, keeping your feet hips width distance apart, coming into a high lunge. Take a bend in your back knee. Continue to draw your tailbone slightly underneath of you, keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips. Take an inhale to lengthen, and on your exhale, open your arms out into Warrior Two. So arms coming into a T shape. Heel toe your front foot over so you have front heel to back arch alignment or heel to heel alignment. Stack your front knee over your ankle. Shoulders, ribs, and belly button all in one line. Take your left hand to support your baby and reach your right arm up and over, coming into extended side angle pose. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, come back to Warrior Two. Parallel the feet. Coming into a 5-pointed star position with wrists over ankles. Take a soft bend in your knees. Hold on to your baby with both hands for support. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, hinge forward from the hips, keeping the spine long, bringing your chest forward and then down. So your baby is laying in a horizontal position. Making sure your weight is evenly distributed between the ball of the foot and the heels, pressing your tailbone actively back behind you, feeling a nice stretch along the backs of the legs and the hamstrings. You can rock side to side gently. Exhale all the way out. Brace your belly, and on your inhale, rise slowly back up to standing. Taking Warrior Two in the opposite direction now, your right toes will face the opposite direction. Left toes coming at an angle. Finding front heel to back arch or heel to heel alignment. Take your right palm to face up. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, take your right arm up and back behind you, coming into Reverse Warrior. Your left arm can come to your left thigh or can come to cradle your baby if that's more comfortable for you. Lengthening the right side waist. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, coming back through Warrior Two for a moment, and then transitioning back to high lunge, Feet will come hips width distance apart. Back leg can straighten if that feels okay. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead, reach the fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, take your arms back behind you. You can either interlock your thumbs or interlace your fingers for a shoulder stretch. Another option here is to just bring your hands to your hips, lifting from the chest, drawing the shoulder blades in towards each other, and then release the shoulder bind and step back to the top of your mat. Shake it out for a moment, and then we'll get set up to take that on the opposite side, resetting in your mountain pose. Feet 6 to 8 inches apart, parallel. Inhale, sit your hips back to chair pose. Shifting your weight back into your heels, but keep the whole foot planted on the mat. Arms can be extended, or you can have one or both arms supporting your baby, whatever's most comfortable for you. This time shifting your weight into your right foot, coming onto your left toes, and then slowly sliding your left leg back behind you. Feet are still hips width distance apart. Bending your back knee, reaching your arms up, coming into that high lunge position. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, open the arms out into Warrior Two on the right. Right knee tracking over the right ankle, right toes facing forward, and then the back toes are at an angle, either front heel to back arch alignment or heel to heel. Draw your belly button in towards your spine as you draw your tailbone towards the floor. Extending out actively through the fingertips, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Gaze can be over the middle finger. Coming to extended side angle, take an inhale, and on your exhale, bring your right arm to cradle your baby and bring your left arm up and over, reaching out through your left fingertips. As you press down actively into the pinky toe edge of your left foot, press your left thigh back. And exhale, come back to Warrior Two. Bring your toes over to parallel, back into that 5-pointed star position, wrists over ankles, coming into another forward fold. Hinging forward at the hips, making sure to support your baby as you come forward. Keeping the spine really long, imagining you were trying to balance a glass of water on your low back. Again, a soft bend in the knees, actively drawing the inner ankles in towards each other. So no rounding in the spine. Give your baby a hug. You can sing to them, kiss them. Rock side to side if that feels okay. Exhale all the way out. And on your inhale, draw your belly in, rise up to stand. Coming into Warrior Two on the left. Relax the shoulders down. Inhale, take your left palm to face up, and exhale, take it up and back behind you for Reverse Warrior, lengthening the left side waist. Right arm can come to hold your baby. And exhale, release. Making your way back to High Lunge, facing that same direction. Back leg can be straight or slightly bent. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, take your arms out and down as you come into a shoulder bind of your choice. You can interlace your fingers, interlock thumbs, or bring your hands to your hips as we come into a little back bend. Inhale, release. Fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, step feet together. Release your arms down by your sides. Back to mountain pose. Take a moment to make any necessary adjustments. And then step to the center of your mat. Starting with that wide leg pose, feet are parallel, and then bring your heels in and toes out. We're making our way into Goddess Squat. Gently draw your tailbone underneath of you as you sink into your legs. Knees, toes, and ankles all facing the same direction. Arms come to goalpost arms. Your upper arms parallel to the floor. Lift your left heel and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, slowly release it down. Lift your right heel and hold this time for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your elbows away from the mat, lift your chest, lift your chin. Lift both heels for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Heel toe the feet back in towards each other. A little bit of heat building there for the quads. Coming into tree pose, testing our balance out. You can use a wall or other stable surface for extra support in this pose. We're starting with the left leg, so shift your weight into that left foot. Take your right toes over towards the side and bring your right heel to rest on your left ankle. You can stay here with your heel resting on your ankle, using whatever surface is around you for additional support, or you can start to slide the heel up to your inner calf. Make sure you skip the kneecap. You can come to the inner thigh. You can keep both hands resting on your baby, or you can extend them up overhead for a little additional challenge. The stability here comes from the outer hip of the stabilizing leg. Think about rooting down into your foot and hugging the outer left hip in. Finding your breath here. If you lose your balance, no worries. Take a moment to re-steady yourself and then just come back into whatever variation of the posture feels best for you. On your inhale, bring your right knee forward, and on your exhale, slowly release your right foot back down onto the mat. Getting ready to reset and take tree pose on the opposite side. Root down into your right foot as you shift your weight into your right leg. Take your left toes over towards the side and bring your left heel to find your inner ankle. Stay here, start to lift your toes up off the ground, bringing your heel up, inner ankle, inner calf, or skipping the kneecap coming up to the inner thighs. You can keep one hand on that stable surface for balance and support. You can keep both hands on your baby, or one or both arms can reach up towards the ceiling, fingertips up towards the ceiling. Take one strong breath here, inhale. Exhale out. And on your next inhale, bring your knee forward. And exhale, release the left leg back down. Shake it out. We're going to be making our way down to the mat for the last 5 minutes, getting there a little creatively, coming onto the toes, and slowly lowering down. The knees will come forward. You can bring your arms up for a moment to test your balance. My little one wasn't really having much more of this, so we kept it brief. Sit yourself down, coming into a comfortable seat. If your baby and you are comfortable staying in the carrier for this portion of the practice, for some seated postures, feel free to stay there. Otherwise, if you'd like to take a moment to take your baby out of the carrier, she was very excited to be free in this moment. Laying your baby down in front of you, coming into bound angle pose. The soles of the feet will come together, knees drop open off to the sides. Feel free to stay upright in this posture if that's enough of an opening for the hips. Otherwise, you can start to walk your fingertips forward and come into a forward fold. Trying to avoid any rounding in the spine. This is a great moment to connect with your baby. Tickle, sing, play peekaboo, whatever they like. And then coming into a stretch for the outer hips. You're going to create two 90-degree angles with the legs, so keeping the right leg in front of you. Take your left leg back behind you, so the front shin will be parallel to the front edge of your mat, and then the back leg comes back to match it in another 90-degree angle. Flex the feet. Again, making your choice to stay upright or coming forward into a little fold. Your knee and ankle should be parallel here. This is a great stretch for releasing tension in the outer hips, stretching those stabilizer muscles that we work during our balancing postures. The outer hips tend to hold a lot of stress and tension. On your next inhale, walk your hands back in, and then get ready to set up on the other side. Finding two 90-degree angles, left shin parallel to the front edge of your mat now. Flexing into the feet, take an inhale, and on your exhale, option to walk it forward, coming into a fold. Again, just another great time to connect with your baby. coming into a comfortable seated position. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. On your exhale, take a twist over towards the right. Keeping the spine really long, left fingertips find the outer right thigh, and right fingertips can come behind you. Think about really twisting from your center here, so even if you were to lift your arms up, your torso would stay in the same place. Inhale, reach your fingertips back up, and exhale, twist over in the opposite direction. Right fingertips find the outside of the left thigh, and left fingertips come back behind you. Connecting to your breath. Inhale, you find a little length, and exhale, settle into your twist. Inhale, reach up through center. Exhale, bring your palms down through heart center. Finishing out your practice. Excellent job. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell so that you're notified when new videos are released. Have a great day.